Hello, my fellow Cybertronians. This is Mega Ginger and the Ginger Transformer podcast, and well, as promised, unboxing. So without further ado, let's get this open and see what I've got. Now, I'm pretty sure I told you I was expecting a Flatline and a Megatron in the last video, so let's see if they're there and if I'm tagged. Once again, a great place to buy from. In-demand toys. As if this is unexpected. Yep, there we go. Yep. In-demand toys. So let's have a look, shall we? Oh, some goodness. SS86 Megatron. Yes, I know I was one of these people who was banging on about no tank, not a tank. And you know what, I stand by that. Megatron's not a fucking tank in Generation 1. In a lot of other continuities, yes. In most other continuities, yes. In Generation 1, you never see him turn into a tank. 86 was supposed to be for movie stuff. Once again, you don't see him turn into a tank. Funny though it would have been to see him splatter, start scream by turning into a tank and landing on him. But you know, the reason I changed my mind on this. So right? Megatron, Megatron, Megatron. In the back here, here's the gun. The gun, right? Yes, comes with him. I do not need to transform this motherfucker even once. It'll be a simple case of sound wave catch, and one of my other toys will suddenly have that in its hand. This little tiny gun. I will never need to transform. I will never see this god awful fucking tank mode to which he transforms into. I can keep up the illusion that he transforms into a fucking gun, you know? Which is what he's supposed to do in Generation 1. And like I said, yes, and a lot of other stuff, he does transform into a tank. I'm not saying he doesn't, I'm just saying in this, he doesn't. You never see it. Not even in a flashback in 5 Faces of Darkness Part 4. So SS86 Megatron is something personally I have been looking forward to for quite some time, and I thought we would have got a character sooner. Decepticon Flatline from the Age of the Primes line. I was looking forward to this for so long in IDW as soon as it was introduced, because quite frankly, yes, we do need more Decepticon medics. How there's still a Decepticon army with so few bloody medics, I'll never know. Okay, so without further ado, let's get these open. I'll start with Megatron. Like I said, very happy with Flatline. About time we got a figure. There were plenty of other figures, characters in the IDW comics who never got a figure, and that pissed me off. Sorry, yeah, we got Windblade, we got the Torchbearers. I think he was our first male, you know, if such things even work for robots. Oh, here he is in all his Deceptive goodness. Megatron unboxed. Oh yeah. I always find it weird when you get an SS86 figure who doesn't have one of these like colourful background things, you know, with like a scene from the movie, you know. You assume that this one would see Megatron getting like suplexed or something by Optimus, but you know, no. Let's see. Not that I'm going to need these at all, but I will show off the instructions. Sweet! Fuck! Yeah, you heard me. Well, I'm not transforming. Look at the size of this. A 54 stepper to make him into a tank. 54 bleeding steps. No, I don't think I'll ever be doing that. I don't need him to be a tank. I have the little gun. I'm assuming that's what's in the packaging. That is all I'll need him for. He will be the stand. He'll be standing, you know? You got an instruction video. Can't say the same for this one. This one I will be transforming. Let's get Flatline out here. These are the Primes line. Flatline unboxed. This is obviously a redeco of Red Alert, Armada Red Alert. I can think of other molds that probably would have been better for him, but once again, just happy to have him. You know, like I said, not a lot of love given to the IDW created characters. You know, yeah, yes, like I said, we got the Torch Bearers and we got Windblade. You know, but you had to get some sort of special box set to get Nautica. Not gonna lie, I didn't get the box set, but I do have Nautica. So, but yeah. I think we need more IDW character representation, you know? And let's have a look, see. Oh, that's going to be so much better. Look at this, look, 16 stepper, so much easier. Look, look how small it is compared to what we just saw. It's teeny. This is glad to have one I can transform, but like I said, for the Megatron one, that was never something that I was needed. That was needed for me, you know. Just having him standing there with a little tiny gun, I can just put it in another figure's hands. Fine. Am I going to miss the feeling of holding Megatron as a gun myself? Yes. I had one of those characters ages ago, and one of those Megatrons, I sold them. For a War for Cybertron, yes, Megatron turned into a tank. But once again, War for Cybertron, he turned into a tank. You know? But no, he's still a very, very, very awesome looking figure. They've outdone themselves. So, yeah, not much in the way of an unboxing. I think I said in the last one, yeah, it was called, you know, other bills, responsibilities, rent, that kind of stuff. And I stick by that because yes. You know, so without further ado, I'm going to get these both out properly and make sure, quite frankly, they work. I shall see you next time with Phil Savage Remains.